Hey guys, welcome back to Our Family Nest Valentine's Day special. Is that what it is? I don't even know. She didn't tell me.
All right, guys, welcome back to Our Family Nest. So we thought for Valentine's Day we would do a little Q&A, and I had you guys ask us some questions on Instagram, and we have relationship questions, all kinds of life questions. I said you could ask us advice too. I don't know if there was any. Well, yeah, I guess there are some on there of that. So this is Ken.
Ken with his glasses on.
And
I just got done burning boxes. I probably smell like...
You do?
I smell like fire.
Fire, yeah.
Yep.
So anyways, we're just going to hop into the questions. If you don't already know, we are in our 25th year of marriage. So we're almost officially experts.
What is that, silver?
I don't really even know.
Well, you should know that.
Why? We never follow that.
That's silver. I knew what I was... See, there you go, educated.
How did you two meet? I'll let you give the quick version of that.
We met, she babysat across the street, a couple kids, we met, dated for a little bit then, right? And then she had a crush, she always had a crush on me. And I was in like 6th grade. That's how we met.
But we were still friends like through high school and stuff, remember? We'd see each other in the halls.
Yeah, we dated, I was in, well, you had a crush on me when you babysat, and then, was that when I was in 7th grade?
7th grade, and I was going in my freshman year of high school. That summer is when we like dated for a little bit. Yeah. Then I had to break up with you because I was going in high school and you were literally in 7th grade.
She was too cool.
That was, yeah, that was too weird. But, and then reconnected, what, in 1997?
27 years ago. Yeah.
Okay. Why do you think your relationship has lasted this long? Keep looking at you.
I'll answer. Well, we have common interests. We like a lot of the same things. We're good friends. We communicate well. I mean, things were rocky in the beginning. I was a stallion. She had to tame me down. Isn't that from Ricky Bobby?
Translation is that you were immature.
Anyways, but I think we have our own hobbies. And we just get along. We really don't fight that much. We're buddies.
There's things we like to do together, but also things we like to do apart. And I think that's important. You have to have space. You can't do everything together.
What have you always said about fighting? What? Pick your battles. Pick the ones that mean something. And what happens over time is they're all pretty much useless, so you just don't even fight about it.
No, because if you think about the things that we fought about, say like when the kids were younger, most of it was stupid stuff.
Jealousy stuff.
Like, you're not paying enough attention to me. Stupid stuff like that.
You're out cheating.
Hey, if you've ever been in a relationship where you've been cheated on, good luck to the next person after that, because they're the one that has to do all the repairing. What is your guys' favorite thing to do for date night? Inside and outside ideas.
We don't really have inside date night, do we?
No, I think that maybe means like outdoor stuff or indoor stuff, maybe? Or does that mean inside the house and outside the house?
I don't know. I mean, we go to dinner and a movie. That's all there really to do around the winter time, right?
Yeah, but really there's not a lot to do around here. You can go bowling. We go
bowling once a year.
I'm just trying to think of, no, I'm not saying what we do all the time. I'm saying like, what can you do around here?
Like I said, our date nights, we just had one. Go back and watch the video. What do we do? Go to a comedy show, went to a 50th, you know, all that.
Yeah, like go to concerts.
Those are typical date nights for us. We went to a hockey game, a walleye game, and had dinner beforehand. That's a date night.
Yeah. How did you guys maintain a healthy relationship when the kids were young?
I think our relationship was, everyone, I mean, we've talked about this before. Everyone kind of, and I think this is important in a relationship. I know everyone's like, 50-50. You fit half of this, you half of this. It just does. I don't think that's a good way to do anything. Right. Actually, I saw a TikTok, or maybe, I don't know what it was, about a couple, and they were giving advice, and we never did this, but it was like, all right, they come home from work or whatever, and she's like, I just had a bad day. I only got 30%.
Oh,
and he's like,
that.
All right, I can pick up your, I got 70%. I can pick yours up or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think we're different in the fact that we both have roles. I mean, I hate to vacuum. You hate to vacuum too, but I just don't vacuum, and she never cuts the grass.
Nobody likes doing chores.
But I know, but we have our roles, and just like the kids, Candi had that motherly. She enjoyed doing that, changing kids and whatever. And I did all the extracurricular activities, take them to sports and coaching.
But you were also the dad that, like, say I cooked dinner, or maybe you cooked dinner, and the kids needed baths. It's like you cleaned the kitchen, and you know what I mean?
We flip flop.
Like,
I mean, because
it wasn't like I did everything.
Yeah, no, because I cooked a lot. I mean, my mom taught me how to cook. I was interested, and we still share roles. I mean, I do my own laundry. I cook dinner half the time, and you cook it.
I would say emptying the dishwasher and loading the dishwasher is probably the only thing that we both just randomly do whenever. Other than that,
because our kids never do it.
Other than that, we pretty much kind of do have like.
You know, like I do our shower, and you know, it's anyways.
How did you maintain a healthy? I think just communicating about your expectations too, of just.
Instead of boiling up.
Yeah, like just say, like, I need you to do this. And even if it makes the other person mad, oh, well, I'd rather tell them and have them be mad that I need them to help with something versus
stew it
just
up.
Be mad. Yeah. Any advice for single people looking for love on Valentine's Day?
Jason,
don't.
Honestly, I mean, I don't have good advice because I've been out of the dating pool for a very long time. So.
And we'll have, like, single friends. Well, do we have many right now? I have a couple people in mind. We have or have had like single friends that have struggled to like meet. I don't know how people do it nowadays because I just feel like.
Let being inside.
I kind of feel like social media and just texting and dating apps and all that stuff is kind of, I would think, made dating worse. Instead of better.
Because I mean, you do a blind date and you didn't know what to expect. Now it's like you can do all the research and find out exactly who the person is you're dating.
Like, and I don't know. I don't really have advice for that. I'm sorry. How often do you think couples should? Oh, maybe I shouldn't ask this.
Whoopee.
Yep. If they are married or together for a long time. I don't know what the difference is. Hold on. The difference is whether you're in a relationship short term or long term. How often you're intimate should be decided by both parties.
Meeting each other's needs.
Yeah, like communicate if it needs to be.
Oh, definitely communication. For
sure. Like I don't think there's a number. I think you could put a poll or put 50 couples in a room that have been married 25 years, the same as us, and everybody's answer to that would be different because it's about what works for your relationship.
Good answer.
So, would you rather watch Candi's Candi's favorite TV shows or read her favorite books?
I'd rather watch her TV shows. I don't like to read books. She tried to convince me the other day to read her stuff. I don't want to read it. Go on, next question.
What are your favorite meals that Candi cooks? I only cook one thing that he likes.
What?
My special chicken.
That's not true.
I made good meatloaf the other day.
Meatloaf's the funniest thing she makes.
I like that.
Your meatloaf is never the same.
That's why it's good.
And she's always looking for approval. It's like it's very important for us to like her meatloaf, no matter what it is.
It was good last time. It was a.
What's your favorite thing that I cook?
Shrimp.
Shrimp?
Yeah.
What do you mean shrimp?
Like when you cook it in the pan with the seasonings and stuff.
No, that's silly. That's not even effort.
What else do you cook? I don't even know what you cook. When you make
cheesy potatoes.
Yeah,
I make all that.
The kids like cheesy potatoes.
I make spaghetti. I make all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it's like that whole mindset when you're trying to eat healthy, so you don't go to the store and buy all the stuff to like make cheesy potatoes.
No,
the last time we had cheesy potatoes.
I eat clean all the time unless you're making something. So I haven't been to the grocery store in probably 2 months. Well, a month and a half.
Costco. You go to Costco.
Well, I go to Costco because I need to get my stuff.
What are your favorite personality traits about me?
Why are these all about me?
The next one's for me.
She's a hard worker. She's kind. She loves her children. She likes her pets. She protects her children too much. I just think we think alike. So.
What are your favorite personality traits about Ken? He thinks he's funny. Okay, he tries to be funny, which then makes it. It's
so
funny.
Am I funny or not?
It's funny to watch you try to be funny. I'm actually probably funnier than you.
No, that's hard. That's how, why don't you guys answer that question?
More funny or funnier?
That's not true.
I can be pretty funny.
You guys both think you're funny.
Who's more funny though, Chase? Who's funnier?
He's not going to say.
Who makes you laugh?
Probably Dad and Mom.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Whatever.
Mom thinks she's way funny.
I know she does.
I make myself laugh.
TikTok,
She puts her on a pedestal. She puts herself on a pedestal.
I like my TikTok.
Where when I do funny stuff, it gets millions of hits.
All right. Do you fear getting older?
Yeah, a little bit. I fight it.
Yeah, I mean, I think personally, I fear getting older because I do the math a lot. Like, I will literally do the equation in my head and calculate, okay, I'm 51. How many more years do you have left? And I think once you reach 50, chances are your life is at least 50% over. I mean... 50,
you're going to live to 100?
A lot of people do.
Not a chance in hell I live to 100.
If I'm healthy. Maybe.
So, here's...
I'm just saying, but let's just say, okay, you live to your 80. To say, you have 30 years left.
I just don't think I don't think I'm going to hit.
80.
I know my dad is a rare specimen.
Anomaly?
Ask my brothers. The thing is I have 20 more summers left. That's how you have to think about it.
What?
Yeah, 70. 20 more. Isn't that sad?
70.
Yeah, 70 is probably my threshold.
I'm living to 100.
You probably reach about 85.
This is a horrible conversation.
Why would you want to live to 90?
Because I was just thinking about this
today.
You
can't
even
do anything at 90.
Knock on wood. I'm 51, and it's funny because, people tend to sort of be ashamed of age. Like, people don't want to say their age. I feel like I've probably said my age more in a video ever since I turned 50 and 51, and then saying, we're going to be married 25 years in October. Like, I'm so proud of those things because...
We're not quite seniors yet, you know what I mean? Because 50 is the new 40. Right?
I know, but I'm just saying, I don't have health problems. That's what I'm saying, knock on wood. I don't have issues. I mean, yes, I could stand to lose more weight, but I don't wake up and my back hurts. My knees don't hurt.
I have all those issues.
I mean, my hair falls out a little bit. I have some wrinkles, but I feel pretty grateful for, I don't know. I could live another 50 years, you don't know.
I don't have a chance.
A couple people asked this. How do you keep the spark in a relationship? I think we kind of talked about that already.
We hire hookers and cocaine.
Stop.
Well, you answer this question. I want to hear your spark question. Let's hear it, 50 Shades. See, I'm funny.
Oh, now
now she's flustered.
I'm just not thinking straight.
What are you, high?
Oh.
See, she's on cocaine.
I doubt you would be acting like this if you were on cocaine.
How do you keep the spark, Miss Candy? Is it lingerie?
I just wonder what spark means. Because at 50 years old and 25 years of marriage,
that's an excuse.
I'm just saying there's a spark.
That's an excuse.
I mean, I think
they want to know when you're a horn dog. That's what they want to know.
Oh, you think this is all about sex?
Well, that's what the word spark means.
I thought it just means to be in
love. See, that's the problem.
I thought it means to be in love, the happiness of.
Well, love changes through a marriage.
That's what I'm saying. But would you really refer to it as a spark? This point?
Read the question again.
How to keep the spark going. There was another one. How to keep the spark in the relationship.
Yeah, you don't know what a spark is? It's the sass. Oh. It's not the love. They know we love each other. Yeah, spark means.
How do you keep it going?
Get it on.
You just do it. What's there?
There's got to be spark. Maybe we'll come back to that question in another video when Candy looks up the definition of spark.
Apparently, I need to educate myself. Tips for a young couple going through college and how to keep it healthy for many years. Oh.
I think
come back to the same thing.
Communication is everything, and make sure the person you're with, your friend, your good friends. You do anything for them. And the thing is it doesn't always start out that way, but it's you start to, is it still recording? Your expectations, you start to understand each other's expectations. It just becomes normalized that
you don't even have to ask.
You don't even have to ask, oh, she's not going to want to go. Or hey, playing dinner. So what do I do for plans for dinner? I'll go to the menu and look at it. All right, is there something for, because I love steak. She doesn't love steak. We're going to a steakhouse. Is there something she can order? I mean, it's just, it's actually, you know what the word's called?
Consideration.
But it's called wisdom. It's called trials and tribulations to get where you're at today. So start learning those things early in your relationship to prevent any kind of animosities, and communication is the only way to learn that, I guess. So
I think that's really true in the sense that if you think of every love language, right? You probably don't even know the love languages.
French, Russian, English, Spanish.
Anyways, if you think about
Mandarin.
when you start out when you're young in a relationship, you're kind of just trying to figure out what each person's like needs are, what makes them happy.
Yes, but add in the flavor. And early in the relationship, we're all selfish.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I think when you're going through a marriage, you know, you're just pacing along, you're eventually going to either dip down because you're failing at meeting the person's love languages,
right,
or it gets easier because you just, like you said, what was the wisdom that you use? It's that you have the experience and you know what to expect.
I think the biggest failure is, and I guarantee, I mean, I'm no psychologist or anything, but it's when you get to that point. So what happens is you're selfish early in a relationship, but what you do in your courting is you put the other person's needs before yours. And then as things progress, you start to get to the, well, screw this, I'm screwing myself. So then you start to fail of putting your needs aside for that other person, and then you start to become more selfish. And that's where, when both people do it, that's when you break, basically.
It's because then you're not
it's
even
like,
making
screw this,
other...
I'm making myself happy, screw him or screw her, you know, kind of thing. And I think that's where the disconnect comes in a relationship. So again, no psych, I have no training. We should put a disclaimer at the bottom.
Maybe this is about the spark that you were talking about. How to deal with your spouse having a higher sex drive than you.
Yeah, answer the question.
How to deal with it?
Because I think men in general have a higher sex drive than women.
Let's just say,
which is probably 90-10.
Yeah, like I'm not afraid to say his sex drive's higher than mine. Mom, turn this video off. This is weird. How do I want to say this? This is so personal.
Let's hear it.
How to deal. I'm trying to apply this to the question and not just make it about myself. How to deal with. I guess this is going to be so weird. Ask yourself why you would say no and figure the answer to that out. Because if they have a higher sex drive and they want it more often, but you're like, I don't have the sex drive. Isn't this all about the love languages that we were just talking about? And then just say to yourself, well, oh, we already did it this week. I don't want to do it. Why are you saying no? Why are you feeling so put out by
Did you not enjoy it?
meeting their needs? Yeah. Like, I'm not an initiator. That is your complaint.
That would be something you should work on.
I'm not an initiator because I mean, after 25 years of marriage, this is a bad excuse, but I look at it, it's like if he wants to do it, he's going to initiate it, and I'm all for it.
See, you guys, this has been edited now, and we just pulled out a whole segment that we could not discuss in front of the viewership.
Hey,
so now we are reconvening. See,
yeah,
there's the communication. We just spent about probably 10 minutes on a conversation that you don't get to witness.
Unless I accidentally leave it in. Who is Ken rooting for the Super Bowl? Who did you want to win?
The Chiefs, because that's where I put my money.
Okay.
Other than that, I didn't give a rat's ass about either team.
Did Ken and Andrew click right away, or did it take time for them to adjust to one another?
Initially, or as adults? I mean, I've been involved in Andrew's life since he was 1, so he doesn't know any difference.
Yeah.
We became very good
buddies.
Yeah, buddies. I never tried to replace his dad, but yet I still held a father figure, and I never, like I said, we just...
I can't help but think of this one story, and I know I told this in a video a long, long time ago. Do you remember when Andrew was probably like...
And he was using my last name? Yeah.
I got a lecture from my ex.
Yeah.
Because Andrew was going around saying that we were getting married, and he was going to be Andrew Gorchak. Yeah. He couldn't say Grugorchak. He's like, my mom's getting married, and now I'm going to be Andrew Gorchak. Yeah. And I got in trouble for that. We were telling him to tell everybody that.
We didn't tell him.
No. He was what, 4 years old when we got married?
Yeah.
Anyways, last one. Do you think you will move this year?
I mean, here's what's sad about it is you don't want to move, but you need to move. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I think we're on that mentally.
I mean,
too.
the thing is you want to stay here, but it's just not worth it. I mean, quite honestly, let's give it to someone who's gonna. I mean, we would still use it, but it's really hard to go. I don't want to say backwards because it's not backwards, but we're going back to the age thing. I mean, 50 to 80. We're trying to downsize and simplify, right? Simplify is a good word.
Yeah.
And like I said, this is beautiful, but it just doesn't make sense.
Our utilities here are so
I know,
expensive.
even if we were making back in when our financial means were even higher, much higher than they are now, I don't know. I mean,
and it's just going to be a lot of work. I think that's why we're both avoiding.
Yeah,
that.
I think it is too.
It's going to be a lot.
Yeah, because we have a lot of stuff, and we have some repairs that no major repairs, but like
touch up of woodwork.
The dog scratched up the stairs. I got a wood plank,
Yeah.
Just there's stuff, and we have squatters still here, you know what I mean? So that's the hard part. It's the squatters.
I have a feeling that Carly and her boyfriend will find a place this year. And I think when that happens, it just only makes sense for us to move. Do I swear that it's going to be in 2024? No.
It's 50.
But I think
it's 50-50.
I think it should be.
Well, yeah, because I don't know if this.
We keep having these conversations.
I don't know if this ends in the video, but we were even looking, Charleston, South Carolina.
Yeah, we found our second home.
we did find, and that's the thing is
really like
that's really what makes sense. I mean, honest and truthfully, if we could get rid of this stuff, figure out how the hardest part, and maybe we'll educate you guys someday because this is where we're learning. Is I don't know how this plan works. I mean, I know how it's supposed to work, but I don't know the intricacies of, do you sell this first? Do you get the equity here? How do you move the money financially to do this?
Yeah.
But I think what makes sense for us, whether, like I said, this house is great. This could be, let's just call it Plan C. Plan A is downsize something around here to be around the kids. Plan B, which should probably move to A, is find something economical here, something economical down south, and spend basically an 8-4-7-5 kind of life. Whereas, because this kills me here, this weather. So I would rather be somewhere where it's warm, better for our health. Because I mean, that's the struggle. I mean, I drop way more weight in the summertime than I do in the wintertime because it's just move.
It's not motivating.
We're just pushed to get through a day.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times have you said in the last probably 3 weeks, is it bedtime yet? I mean, that's sad.
Yeah.
That's sad.
And it has been staying lighter longer,
I changed
which is
the lights.
sort of like
helpful.
Yeah,
it's helpful.
It's and I always feel like that's why we take a vacation in the winter, is because you come back from vacation and you feel a little bit rejuvenated,
and it's a couple weeks and it's
right there.
Yeah, absolutely,
it just really helps.
Yeah, that's why I told Candy, I'm like, we got to book something. I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. So. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Happy Valentine's Day. Hopefully you learned something. Let's start a big debate in the comments section.
A debate?
Yeah.
About what?
I want people fighting it out. The more comments.
What are we going to debate about?
I want to see if people agree or disagree. All right.